So good day, everybody. This is our video for the 1 Samuel 21 to 24, I believe it is. And as we read this, we can all agree that Daniel was quite the leader. He had lots of good quality leadership traits. We can discuss the bad stuff, but let's just concentrate on the good stuff for now. But one of the things that David had going for him more than anything else was the anointing, was the fact that he had been anointed as king. He had been selected by God, and that anointing was like a perfume, and it attracted people. And when David was rejected, when he was rejected by the king, and he had to go into running, he gathered all kinds of people to him just naturally. They all came to him because he was a leader. He didn't have to work at being a leader. He was a leader, and they were attracted by that anointing of leadership. And those who gathered around him weren't the best of society. They were those who were in debt, the riff-raff, the troublemakers, the outcasts, the ones who just didn't fit in. And they gathered around him. But this is the effect that anointed leadership has on people. When they went to go into their first battle, they didn't want to. The Philistines were attacking a city. David asked God twice whether, the first time he asked God whether he needed to go and rescue the city, and the Lord told him yes. And then all these people who had gathered around him, who had become his army, they were saying they didn't want to go. They didn't want to go into battle. These guys have no experience, again, no discipline. There's they're in it for themselves. What has society ever done for them? Type of things. And so David went back to the Lord, and the Lord said, "No, go and rescue the city." So David went down and he saved the city. But what's incredible to note is that these people, the ones who didn't want to go into battle, later were referred to as the mighty men of God. And a list of their feats is given. So you get the mighty men of God, you get the group of 30, you've got the three, you got all these different groups, and they had all these different levels of valor and things that they had done. But the reason they became this was because they had placed themselves under David, because David had this influence on them, because David, with his father's heart, developed these mighty men beyond himself, so that they were able to do even greater things than David was. But yet David got the credit for it, because he was the leader, he was the father of this group, and that's what it's supposed to be. That's what Saul was supposed to be to David, and that's what we are to be to other people. We need fathers and mothers in our lives, those who will bring out the best in us and help us to go beyond them. But we also need to be that for other people. To have that mother, have that father heart, that we would want to see them go on to do great and awesome things. And so when we look at people, we can't look at the riffraff. We can't look at their current situation. We have to look at them and see what the Lord sees, what the Lord saw in us when he called us and had patience and placed us under people, and he calls people to us. So we can't judge that. Don't judge that. Let the anointing be the thing that attracts people, the presence of the Lord in you, and all those fruit of the Spirit. Yeah, so you guys have a great, fantastic day. God bless.